Hey there. It is Friday, March 8th, I think. I'm still a little confused. I've been out traveling for a while, and I am in Orlando, Florida, Central Florida here, in a park very close to my cousin's house called Wadeview Park. Softball field right over there for the local high school. Of course, I'm here for softball, watching my daughter Liz play. Well, she played for a few days and got an overuse injury and is sitting for a few days now, but heading out to watch a couple games later today anyway. So it has been an interesting week for me because I've sort of been out of touch, but although I've had a good chance to visit some relatives. Got to spend a little time with my relative Vince, my cousin Vince in Miami, and my cousin Diane in Seminole, and I'm staying here with Nani's cousin Kim in Orlando. It's been a fun week. Not much guitar playing going on for me, but let's see what I can do here. Let's see. First, this will be kind of short because I'm not too focused yet today or this week. Heading home tomorrow and kind of looking forward to it. But the what we did. Oh man, was that a cool tune or what? From a window seat. I got knocked out by these guys, and I think there are more tunes by Dawes in our future. Some nice singing, some great catchy melodies and stuff. So yeah, so our big two target songs were that From a Window Seat by Dawes, and of course Talking About a Revolution by Tracy. Nice easy song, and again a song that kind of jumped onto the onto my radar because of Cindy, who was working on the other easy Tracy Chapman one we did. So, from a couple of weeks ago. The Baby Can I Hold You? I think that one was. And then still looking at Sandy playing Here, There, and Everywhere. I think we're done with it now. I don't think I probably didn't record her last one on it, but it is sounding like dynamite. So hope you guys have gotten a little bit out of Sandy's work on Here, There, and Everywhere. There it is. Finger picking with a pick in your hands, not a good idea. And she's now working on from the next part of that medley from the Beatles collection of songs I did. Let's see, what else did we have? I've had another fly on the wall today. Ed doing some duets that Norah Jones had done, so that was kind of neat, seeing some of those tunes. And wait a minute. There we go. Okay, Buddy, I love that tune. Great version of Ghost Riders in the Sky. The other big news for this week was, of course, unexpectedly lost Alvin Lee this week, and it was interesting reading an article about him that if you haven't heard much of the 10 Years After stuff, it's quite different than his exposure in Woodstock. So in Woodstock, of course, he came off as an early shredder, and unfortunately that's what then audiences wanted to see out of him. But he had a lot of much more sophisticated songs than just just zipping through, going home. This little 12-bar blues thing. So I really encourage you to check out, there were a couple of great albums. A Space and Time and Cricklewood Green were the two that I remember the most listening to when they came out in the early 70s. But anyway, it's, yeah, we definitely have lost an important guitar player here. So, and I think one more thing. Let's see, the question about bass teachers. Yes, we're actively looking for other teachers to do all kinds of stuff. And it's kind of a tough process, but we found a few. I hope to get Bob back on board with a few more bass lessons, but and we are happy. If you guys haven't seen what's going on at Totally Keyboards, we've got a great guy, Jake, putting together some cool lessons. I believe, if we're lucky today, if I can get my work done from afar, we will be putting up a lesson on ninth chords, where he talks about major ninths, there's one, minor ninths, and dominant ninths. Maybe I should talk about it. So I'll let you guys kind of dig up some of your theory and see if everybody can come up with ways to play those three chords: a major ninth, a minor ninth, and a dominant ninth. And generally you would use the positions out of fifth string root, with B7 kind of being the starting point of most of those ninth chords. So, okay, I think that is it. I gotta get out to Claremont for a couple of games today, and then maybe do a little sightseeing. Oh, found a really cool store here in town called Rock and Roll Heaven. I've spent quite a bit of time there yesterday, and so if you're ever in Orlando, I really encourage you to check out Rock and Roll Heaven. It is on Orange, near downtown. Pretty little funky section of town, and a great, every record in there. They were kind of expensive, like, well, $10 to $25 depending on the record, but they were all in spectacular condition. So got to put in a plug for those guys. They had great posters. If I had more room to take some stuff back with me, I would have walked out of there with a few souvenirs, but instead, just great memories. So, okay, I am out of here. Listen to John Fogerty in the car. Oh, and Wishbone Ash. Yeah, the guy was actually putting a new copy of Wishbone Ash's album Live Dates out yesterday, which is one of my favorites. 3 albums from that era of that band that you got to check out: Pilgrimage, Argus, and Live Dates. So, okay, next week things should be back to normal and have a couple of pretty cool surprises. We'll talk a little bit more. We do have some big news about the September event, that it is taking shape to a tune better than I imagined. So I will we'll let you know more about that very soon. But hope people are working on a plan to try to get into the Santa Cruz Mountains September 19th to the 22nd of this year, 2013. Okay, off to softball. See you next week.